Are program managers ready to accept challenges and offer solutions to address emerging realities in the VUCA world?
Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. Exactly. But I was like, I know that, but I wanted to make sure, for today that I was at least cognizant. And I think, this is a lot of what we've talked about, kind of the recurring theme. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world. The market is up one day and it plummets the next day. Companies closing their door, new companies starting up. The international global economy, ages ago, dark ages ago, one country having economic problems didn't necessarily affect other countries. Maybe it affected one or two of their neighbors, but today that's not the case. We see the situation in Ukraine and Russia. Just the economic impacts across the globe in terms of oil prices, in terms of just markets and materials availability. There are things that those two countries provide that are no longer available, and we have to go find other sources. Where do we go? Well, we go to, Chile, we go to Mexico, we go to Italy, we go to China. And it's a different quality, it's a different composition, it's a different price, and it's a different lead time. It's, whether you agree or disagree with a country's politics, perhaps. I mean, all of that is so convoluted and complex, and it's trying to navigate that. And I think program managers have the skills to help work through that. We talked about a lot of the different tools, the trend analysis, the strategic analyses. Where are we going? What are we trying to do? Putting business cases together. And I think we have, as an industry, I think program managers have the skill set to deal with that. Yeah. I would caution that, or temper that, I guess, with the comment that it's up to the individual to be able to understand that. And that kind of ties back to what we talked about with upskilling and the personal professional growth. If you're not looking and thinking about those things as a program manager, you need to, because whether it's impacting you today or not, it will impact us in the future, and it's only going to the whole volatility, uncertainty, that is only going to increase for a period for the next few years. Will it go 20 years? I doubt it, but it's probably going to be with us for the next 5 years or so. And so my personal thought is that if you're not thinking about that and trying to understand what's happening, you need to. I have my daily news feed is, I get like 10 different emails from different groups. Because I spent time in the Air Force, I was very, very heavy in the air and space news feeds. I get 2 or 3 emails a day on different things that are happening in that industry. And I think either about the time frame that you and I started working together, Dharam, or maybe a little before, I was like, I need to start understanding a little bit more about what's going. So now I get another 2 or 3 emails a day about what's happening in other sectors and other parts of the economy. And I'll spend, 30 minutes to an hour just reading through, trying to understand. Maybe a lot of times I just look at the headlines. I've been around a while. I kind of can read the headline and go, okay, not something I need to worry about. But there are times I'm like, I need to understand more about that. And I think that's up to us to work that as an individual. And I think the other part of that question is, while we as program managers have the skill set, have the ability capability to do that. I think a lot of it is you've got to be able to communicate that with your stakeholders, communicate that with your corporate leadership. How you do that, are they willing to hear what you have to say? That's all going to be dependent on the individuals and the respective organization, but I think that's the other part of it as well.